Chapter 51. Her luck was bursting. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 51. Her luck was bursting. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios. After Lin Yan and Wang Jingyang left with the movers, Wang Jingyang collapsed on the floor and wailed at the top of her lungs. That be *tch. She is an evil, callous be *tch. He Shanshan had earlier watched as the movers had taken away her beloved dressing table and cabinets. They had even torn the pretty wallpaper from the walls, leaving behind bumps and holes. She could feel anger bubbling in the pit of her stomach. She was about to go mad. I will never let her get away with this. That's right. We can't sit and do nothing. Call Shuya immediately. That be *tch had the nerve to turn against us. He Shanshan took out her phone and called Lin Shuya. Hello, Sister Shuya. He Shanshan immediately started rattling on endlessly when the call got through. Sister Shuya, you have to help me. I almost died of anger because of Lin Yan. She brought a group of fierce people here today. Then, she took all our furniture and emptied our house. My mother almost collapsed because of her. Lin Yan stole your belongings. Yes. Sister Shuya, do you know how shameless she was today? She literally robbed us in broad daylight like a thief. Oh, is that so? Is she so desperate and poor now? Lin Shuya didn't care if he Shanshan and her mother were bullied. She cared more about Lin Yan's actions. Lin Yan had always taken good care of them. She had never expected that she would fall out with them completely. However, she could understand that Lin Yan was like a dog who had fallen into a river. She would do anything to get out. When Wang Xiaohui shot He Shanshan a meaningful look, He Shanshan continued. Of course, it doesn't matter if we get bullied. What's most important, Sister Shuya, is that she doesn't even care about you at all. You helped me clinch that supporting role. It was meant to be mine. However, in the end, she stole it from me. Sister Shuya, how can you stomach this humiliation? Lin Shuya had heard what had happened during the audition. She hadn't expected Zhou Feng to get dismissed so suddenly. Lin Yan had suddenly ended up clinching the supporting role. Sister Shuya, do you reckon that Lin Yan has found a backer? Otherwise, why would Zhou Feng be sacked at that particular time? It was too much of a coincidence. He Shanshan tried to probe further. Lin Shuya sneered softly and drawled, you think too highly of her. I've asked around. Zhou Feng was sacked because someone found evidence of him violating the company's policies. It had nothing to do with Lin Yan. He Shanshan nodded hurriedly. No wonder. This was merely luck. On the other end of the line, a thought struck Lin Shuya and her expression darkened. Lin Yan's luck had been good recently. Sister Shuya, you must think of a way. You can't let her get the role. Are you going to allow her to step on you? He Shanshan said anxiously. Lin Shuya got upset when she heard that. She certainly wouldn't allow Lin Yan to have any chance of getting back on her feet. However, that movie was produced by Summit Entertainment. Now that Zhou Feng had been sacked, she had no connections to change the production team's decision. The real power behind Summit Entertainment was the massive, powerful conglomerate called JM Corporation. BVEC Lin Shuya, who wasn't really bothered by this matter, quipped casually, why are you so anxious? Even if she really clinched it, she has to make sure she is capable enough to hold on to it. There were too many ways for her to destroy Lin Yan. It was easier than stamping on an ant. He Shanshan, who sensed that Lin Shuya was about to take action against Lin Yan, was delighted. That's right, Sister Shuya. Even though she managed to clinch that role, you could make her quit. Chapter 52. You've gone crazy. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 52. You've gone crazy. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios at Maple River Residences. Lin Yen instructed the movers to place everything inside her new apartment. She had personally selected this furniture and these ornaments, so she really liked them. Once she cleaned up her place and added more decorations, it would look cozy and warm. Although it couldn't be compared to her previous place, at least she wouldn't have to stay under someone else's roof. She would have a place she could call home. However, Lin Yen suddenly thought of something and sat down on the armchair. She looked gloomy and unhappy as she sighed to herself repeatedly. Wang Jingyang glanced at her and guessed that she was depressed. Thus, he went over and comforted her. Don't be too sad over your aunt and cousin. They don't deserve it. Just don't keep in touch with them. Lin Yen sighed as she squeezed her wrists. Pup, I'm so angry. Why did I have to be so pretentious and pay the workers twice the fee? I incurred such a huge loss. Wang Jingyang was speechless. That's why you looked so sad. Lin Yen blinked at him. Why? Can't I be sad over money that I've wasted? Wang Jingyang was speechless. He had almost forgotten how crazy she was about money. Wang Jingyang was about to talk when suddenly a news article popped up on his screen. He glanced at his phone casually. A moment later, his expression changed. What the? Lin Yen. You've caused another scandal. Lin Yen didn't look too bothered. I'm already in hiding. Why would I cause a scandal? Who would remember me? Look at it yourself. Wang Jingyang stuffed his phone into her hands. Lin Yen took his phone, looking doubtful. She almost slipped off the couch in fright when she read the article headline. The malignant tumor of the entertainment industry called Lin Yen has risen from the ashes. She had a rendezvous with award winning actor Pei Nanxiu late at night. What the hell? The phone started slipping from Lin Yen's grip. Pei Nanxiu and I. Lin Yen had never once thought that her name would appear next to Pei Nanxiu's in a scandal in this lifetime. Wang Jingyang glanced at her with pity in his eyes. I wanted to ask you about what happened between you and Pei Nanxiu earlier. You're dead this time. Pei Nanxiu's fans are notorious for being fierce and vicious. I reckon I won't be able to collect your corpse with all your limbs intact. Lin Yen stood rooted to the spot as she read the entire article. Then, she quickly clicked on the picture. The picture of the article had been taken the night she had been drunk, when Pei Nanxiu and Pei Yuqing had taken her home. Fortunately, only she and Pei Nanxiu had been captured in the picture. If Pei Yuqing's photo had been taken, she would really have been shredded to pieces. F***ck. These paparazzi were really everywhere. Wang Jingyang eyed Lin Yen. So, what's happening between you and Pei Nanxiu? Based on the picture, the two of you seem to be pretty intimate. You told me you had a boyfriend that night and then you went inside Pei Nanxiu's car. Don't tell me that your boyfriend is Pei Nanxiu. Lin Yen appeared horrified. What the? Are you insane? I was drunk that day and Pei Nanxiu helped me because he is a kind person. He didn't know where I stayed, so he merely took me in for the night. Wang Jingyang rolled his eyes at her. Come on. How can you get drunk so easily given your high tolerance for alcohol? Pei Nanxiu helped you because you were drunk. He is a famous celebrity. I think you must either be dreaming, or you've gone crazy. Chapter 53. Was she really possessed? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 53. Was she really possessed? Translator. Atlas Studios editor. Atlas Studios. When Lin Yen heard Wang Jingyang, the strange feeling she had become more obvious. Indeed, the more she mulled over it, the stranger it felt. She could drink a lot, so that paltry amount of beer she had drunk wouldn't get her so drunk that she'd have no recollection. Besides, she had even attempted to do something disrespectful to Pei Yuqing. That was disgraceful behavior. In addition, she had even passed a highly difficult audition shortly after that incident. She had no recollection of that either. She had also gone to Pei Yucheng's ward and touched his hand. The recent strange incidents that had happened to her didn't tally with her beliefs and the way she advocated for socialism. They didn't explain how she had clinched the role given her horrible acting either. Since the leading expert in psychiatry had diagnosed that she didn't suffer from schizophrenia or anything like that, could she be possessed by something? Lin Yen stomped her feet as she yelled, "You! Come out this instant! How dare you possess my body and take advantage of others? You fled without a trace and I had to pick up this mess. How could you do this?" Wang Jingyang watched as Lin Yen yelled at the top of her lungs. He was horrified. Lin Yen. Are you all right? Lin Yen propped her foot on a chair and shouted, "Come out. Did you hear me? If it wasn't for you, my idol wouldn't have gotten embroiled in a scandal with me. I can't bear to tarnish my idol's reputation. How dare you treat him this way? Do you believe that I will destroy you?" Wang Jingyang panicked. "Shit. Lin Yen, who are you talking to? Alright, since you're not coming out." Lin Yen took a deep breath before she ran to the kitchen. She took out a knife and placed it against her neck. "Do you believe me now? I will cut myself if you don't come out." If this entity was her split personality, then it would vanish if she died. Wang Jingyang was completely terrified by Lin Yan's weird actions. He hastily snatched the knife from her. "Damn you, Lin Yan! Are you out of your mind?" Lin Yan was about to erupt from frustration on the spot. What should I do? How shall I explain this to my idol? It was really not me. Would he assume that I did this deliberately? So that I could boost my popularity, that she was being maligned. Pei Yucheng had accused her wrongly. Now, it was Pei Nanshu's turn. Wang Jingyang comforted Lin Yan, looking distinctly afraid. "Lin Yan, calm down. Did something provoke you? It's just a scandal, it's not your first time anyway. Half of the male actors have been in a scandal with you before. Pei Nanshu is just another one. How could Pei Nanshu be the same? Pei Nanshu was as pure and clean as the shining moon. In the past, she had joined Pei Nanshu's massive army of fans to protest against female celebrities who had tried to tarnish his reputation by getting close to him. How could she tolerate the fact that she had tarnished his reputation herself? "What do you know?" snapped Lin Yan as she rolled her eyes at Wang Jingyang. Suddenly, her phone vibrated. Lin Yan was dumbfounded when she saw the screen. It was her manager. She had almost forgotten that she had a manager. Lin Yan hesitated for some time before picking up the phone cautiously. "Hello, Sister Ling." Zhao Hongling chuckled softly on the other side of the line. "Lin Yan, it has been some time. You have grown brazen. How dare you use Pei Nanshu in a scandal?" Lin Yan was helpless. "Would you believe me if I said it wasn't me?" Zhao Hongling was her manager. However, she had chosen to listen to Lin Shuya when she had just debuted and allowed her to handle all of her affairs. This had strained the relationship she had with Zhao Hongling. As a result, they had ended up almost not talking at all. At last, she had found out the truth about Lin Shuya. However, she had been too embarrassed to look for Zhao Hongling. Zhao Hongling snorted coldly. "Who knows if stupidity has struck you again? Perhaps you want to find a more exciting way to die." Lin Yan was speechless. Chapter 54. Deadly Production. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 54. Deadly Production. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios, who wasn't aware of the viciousness and ferocity of Pei Nanshu's fans. Any female actress who dared to use his name in a scandal to boost her popularity would basically be committing suicide. Thus, this person obviously wanted Lin Yan dead. Zhao Hongling spoke in an icy tone. I've already warned you before that your sister can't be trusted. I know. How could she not know when things had reached this stage? Lin Yan sighed again. Sister Ling, about what happened before. I'm sorry. There is nothing you should be sorry about. She is your sister, so it's natural that you would trust her. Zhao Hongling paused and fell silent. Then, she suddenly asked, I heard that you auditioned for Jiang Yiming's movie. Lin Yan nodded. Yeah. I shall not ask how you managed to snag the opportunity to get an audition. It didn't occur to me that you would even dare to go to the audition. Zhao Hongling spoke in a tone that was mingled with pity and empathy. This movie. What's wrong with it? Asked Lin Yan. Zhao Hongling's tone had made her uneasy once more. Zhao Hongling drawled, do you know who the rest of the male supporting actors are? Lin Yan frowned. I didn't pay much attention. I only know that Pei Nanshu is the male lead. After all, she hadn't even planned to audition for this part. It had all happened because someone had possessed her. Sister Ling, who are the other actors? Asked Lin Yan. Zhao Hongling spoke in an unhurried manner. Shen Chaomu. Lin Yan froze at the mention of that name. What? Damn it. Wasn't he an actor who had been involved in a scandal with her? Zhao Hongling continued. Wei Fengshu. Lin Yan exclaimed. No. It can't be. She had used his name to boost her popularity. Zhao Hongling then said, Tang Jiaye. Lin Yan responded, ah. She had been in a scandal with him too. As Lin Yan listened to Zhao Hongling recite all the names, she was dumbstruck. Are you serious? If we add in Pei Nanshu, this is a deadly production. Lin Yan was in a state of disbelief. Oh.org, you only realize this now. Zhao Hongling said lazily before delivering the final blow. Oh right, there is one more. Han Yishuan will be making a cameo. Lin Yan was going nuts. Ha. Where was the knife? She had to kill herself. Lin Yan grabbed the knife on the table. Wang Jingyang, who had been staring at her, gripped her hand tightly. Calm down. Don't do anything rash. Zhao Hongling, who seemed to have predicted Lin Yan's reaction, said, luck and misfortune are interdependent. Actually, it's not impossible to make a comeback. True, this movie might banish you to hell forever, but it is also your best chance to get back on your feet. As long as you are determined to work hard. Lin Yan, who had sunk into this massive pool of grievous news, couldn't snap out of it. Zhao Hongling quipped, what is wrong? What are you thinking about? Lin Yan inhaled deeply before she answered, I was thinking. Can I request something from the director? Zhao Hongling snorted coldly. Request something. Are you getting afraid? Do you want to quit? Lin Yan blurted out, I want extra pay. Zhao Hongling was speechless. Lin Yan said, I'm shooting this movie by putting my life at stake. Don't I deserve more pay? Zhao Hongling was speechless. Chapter 55. Think of how to save your life. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 55. Think of how to save your life. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios, I feel that it's more important to be thinking of how to save your life instead of thinking about money. Zhao Hongling fell silent for some time before she gave her constructive suggestions. Lin Yan mulled this over quietly. She realized miserably that it was quite true. Those actors that Zhao Hongling had mentioned, along with Pei Nanshu, would rally all the female fans in the entertainment industry against her. The thought alone was exciting enough. She had a hunch that even her bones would be devoured. She had once been a fan herself, so she knew how crazy and determined they could be. Don't mention those female fans, even she felt like shredding herself to pieces now. Actually, Lin Yan had realized what had happened. Lin Shuya had schemed and racked her brains as she'd planned to get her involved in scandals with those actors. Then, when her reputation had been tarnished, it wouldn't matter if she tried to expose Lin Shuya and Han Yishuan's affair. Nobody would believe her, even if she was speaking the truth. No one would believe that she had been Han Yishuan's actual girlfriend. Right now, Lin Shuya wouldn't even allow her to get a supporting role. She had used Pei Nanshu to attack her. "Where are you staying now?" asked Zhao Hongling. "I just moved to a new place today." "No one knows about it," replied Lin Yan. Zhao Hongling nodded and said, "That's good. Be careful when you head out these days. It has barely been an hour since your scandal with Pei Nanshu hit the headlines, yet your Weibo account has been attacked by 30,000 posts. Shen Chaomu, Tang Jiaya, and Han Yishuan's fans will soon be getting ready. You better be prepared." Lin Yan felt desperate. "Oh. I'll be careful." She felt like she was in a city which had been besieged by zombies. Actually, she could guess as much without Zhao Hongling's reminder. She remembered an actress who had used Pei Nanshu to create a scandal once. In the end, she had been ripped apart by his fans. Even now, people would still scold her on Weibo several times a day. This time, she had infuriated all the fans in the entertainment industry. Zhao Hongling said solemnly, "I've already approached Pei Nanshu's company to come up with an announcement that the two of you met by coincidence. However, this announcement might not be that effective in appeasing the fans. Especially now, when you will be entering the same production as Pei Nanshu. Everyone will be watching your every step, waiting for you to stumble." Zhao Hongling reminded her sternly, "Therefore, I have to remind you again. Other than when you are filming your scenes, you need to stay away from Pei Nanshu and avoid him at all costs. You're not allowed to go within 10 steps from him." Acting with her idol was such a rare opportunity, yet she had to keep her distance from him. Could there be a bigger tragedy than this? However, for the sake of her idol's reputation, Lin Yan nodded with a sorrowful expression. "Don't worry, I will hide and keep my distance from him." Zhao Hongling didn't seem entirely assured as she instructed her. "Not just from Pei Nanshu. You have to keep your distance from all the male actors." The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched. Okay. Every female fan in the entertainment industry would treat her as their enemy. What kind of sins had she committed? Chapter 56. Wishing you luck. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 56. Wishing you luck. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. "Atlas Studios, how did you manage to land this role?" asked Zhao Hongling in a doubtful tone. Based on Lin Yan's acting portfolio, she shouldn't even have qualified for the audition. Lin Yan replied helplessly, "I'll be honest. I got this role accidentally." Zhao Hongling was speechless. Your luck is indeed good. After all, it was a supporting role, so she could really have gotten it by getting lucky. Anyway, remember what I said earlier. It's the only way to save your life. Zhao Hongling nagged her once again. Got it. I'll be mindful. As Lin Yan heard her reminders, warmth crept all over her heart. She couldn't help but blurt out, "Sister Ling, thank you. I really can't thank you enough. I didn't believe that you would still call me." Zhao Hongling quipped, "Don't read too much into this. I have groomed many artists ever since I started doing this job. You're the only blot on my resume. I merely wanted to erase it." Lin Yan choked on her words. Oh. Then, she thought to herself, "Sorry, Sister Ling." After Zhao Hongling hung up, Lin Yan lay down on the couch, looking as though there was nothing meaningful in her life anymore. Wang Jingyang, who had overheard the entire conversation, patted her shoulders in a sympathetic manner. "You must be the first person in history who rallied all the female fans in the entertainment industry against you. I have no idea what I'm supposed to say. Except, I wish you luck." Lin Yan, who suddenly thought of something, straightened up and sat up anxiously. She peered intently at Wang Jingyang. Don't just wish me luck. I need your help. What kind of help do you need? I definitely can't go out right now. Can I trouble you to buy some stuff for me? I can help you get your daily necessities. Why do you have to stare at me in such a scary manner? Wang Jingyang rubbed his palms together. Lin Yan shook her head. No, no. I don't want daily necessities. I need a peach wooden sword, copper coins, and a divine trigram to ward off evil. Oh yeah. I also need garlic. Buy some of that. Wang Jingyang's expression was indescribable as he extended his hand to touch her head. What is happening to you? Are you really going nuts after being provoked? Lin Yan pushed his hand away. Never mind me. You have to get everything that I've listed quickly. I need these things. Wang Jingyang was speechless. Besides what Lin Yan had just said, she also rattled on a long list of weird and strange items. The corners of Wang Jingyang's mouth twitched. What are you up to? Are you performing a ritual at home? Lin Yan gave him a deadly glare. Nonsense. Do I look like someone who believes in rituals? I'm a firm believer in science. Oh right, buy some more garlic. Wang Jingyang was speechless. Hurry up. Go now. I need all this. For my role. It's urgent. Lin Yan urged him. Where shall I get all this stuff for you? Wang Jingyang had no choice but to head out to get the items. When he left, Lin Yan rummaged through her belongings for her books on acting and performing and began to read them. She had already digested those theories and concepts. What she needed to do was apply them and practice. In the past, Lin Shuya and Han Yishuan had misled her. Thus, she had focused on the quantity of the productions she had participated in and neglected what was more important for an actress, acting skills and capability. If she'd had the determination and skills, as well as a good portfolio, and had not gotten involved in so many lousy productions, she wouldn't have been facing this crisis right now. The temporary popularity she had gained from those forgettable and lousy roles had vanished too easily. Fortunately, acting wasn't that hard. She might be a little unsteady at first, but after she got the knack of it, it would be rather simple. Thus, what she needed now was to wait for Pei Yutong to get the videos. Chapter 57. I shall get lost now. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 57. I shall get lost now. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios at Cloud Manor. Pei Yutong remembered the mission that Lin Yan had entrusted him with. He needed to get his brother's videos. Thus, he had shamelessly decided to stay over at Pei Yucheng's place for the night. Ever since the previous night, he had secretly taken several videos. However, he believed that this wasn't enough. After all, this was the first time Sister Yen had assigned him a task. He needed to do it well. Pei Yutong carefully pushed the door of the study, creating a tiny gap. Pei Yucheng had just ended an international video conference and was taking a break. He looked exhausted as he removed his blazer, leaving only the white shirt underneath. He tugged at his tie to loosen it around his neck and unbuttoned the two top buttons. His gold-framed spectacles glimmered faintly as it caught the light. Pei Yutong couldn't help feeling astonished. How could Sister Yen not be attracted to such perfect looks? Pei Yutong silently muttered to himself as he whipped out his phone. Without further ado, he swiftly began to record his brother. To get a clearer view, Pei Yutong inched forward stealthily. L.RG. Just when he was 3 steps away from the desk, Pei Yucheng's eyes fluttered open behind his gold-framed spectacles. Pei Yutong, who received a terrible shock, hid his phone behind his back nervously. Hey, big brother. You're awake? Pei Yucheng asked, looking for me. Pei Yutong laughed dryly. Ha. Big brother, I'm here to express my concern. The weather is too hot. Look at you, you are perspiring. Big brother. Do you want to remove your shirt? Pei Yutong had been hovering around him ever since last night. His ulterior motives were so obvious that they were almost written all over his face. When Pei Yucheng heard him, he glanced at him expressionlessly. No, Pei Yutong became anxious. Ha! Are you sure? It's uncomfortable. Should I get you a clean shirt? Pei Yucheng asked. Pei Yutong, do you have so much free time? His malicious, cold-looking eyes landed on Pei Yutong, whose neck shrank in fear. Ahem. I shall get out now. After Pei Yutong left the study, he pulled at his hair in disappointment. **T. What should he do now? Pei Yutong's eyes suddenly lit up when he thought of something. Oh right. Big brother had a habit of swimming in the afternoon. He could hide around a corner by the swimming pool to record him. He was really smart. Pei Yutong immediately ran to the swimming pool and found the perfect spot to get the best shot. Indeed, his brother arrived shortly. Pei Yucheng was holding a towel in his hand as he strode over in his swimming shorts. He had been working out for a long time, so he was exceptionally fit and muscular. Even other men would gasp at how perfect his body was. He flung the towel on a reclining chair before plunging into the pool. Pei Yutong recorded the entire process happily. Thanks to this, he would definitely score full marks at the mission Sister Yen had given him. Then, he would be able to defeat Song Yaonan, win the championship, and reach the pinnacle of success in life. Pei Yucheng exited the pool and grabbed the towel to dry his hair. Then, he glanced casually at the spot where Pei Yutong was hiding. Pei Yutong, who was engrossed in his own fantasy, suddenly felt a dark massive shadow fall on him. Soon, the young man realized that Pei Yucheng, who had already changed into his clothes, was standing right before him. Chapter 58. The photo is quite well taken. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 58. The photo is quite well taken. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios, Big Brother. His appearance terrified Pei Yutong so much that his bum sank into the bushes. He hurriedly hid his phone behind his back. Big brother, I wasn't taking photos of you in secret. I only thought that the view here was really nice. I was just taking photos of the scenery. Yes. The scenery. Pei Yucheng narrowed his eyes. Taking photos of me in secret. Pei Yutong was speechless. F***ck. Big brother hadn't caught him in the act, yet he had confessed even without duress. Although Pei Yucheng shot him a casual glance, the icy coldness in him made Pei Yutong's scalp go numb. Pei Yutong, looks like you are ready to come back to inherit the family business. Pei Yutong was so terrified that his soul seemed to get scattered. No. I don't want to. The racing arena was waiting for him. Ednel.co. His dreams were waiting to be fulfilled. He didn't want to return to the company. Hence, Pei Yutong decided to betray Lin Yen. It wasn't me. It was not my idea to take photos of you. Big brother, it was Lin Yen. She asked me to take videos of you. Pei Yucheng was speechless. Pei Yutong hastily explained, really. She asked me to do it. Big brother, you have to believe me. I found this behavior too perverted, so I declined at the time. However, she helped me, so I owed her. That's why I had to accede to her request. Pei Yucheng raised an eyebrow. Is that so? Pei Yutong swallowed his saliva. Of course. It's absolutely true. Big brother, don't be angry. Don't force me to come back. I will delete all the recordings now. Wait. Pei Yutong held his phone, but Pei Yucheng interrupted him. Brother, what do you want me to do? Pei Yutong probed cautiously. Pei Yucheng stretched his hand out. Pei Yutong passed him his phone politely. Pei Yucheng clicked on the screen of his phone and clicked on the photo gallery. He browsed through the recordings he had taken. The videos depicted him during his daily activities. There was also a clip of him swimming earlier. Pei Yutong had indeed recorded the video from an excellent angle. Even the light was well captured. Pei Yutong shuddered in fear. Brother. Pei Yucheng drawled as Pei Yutong watched him in fear. Quite well shot. Pei Yutong heaved a huge sigh of relief and began to fawn over him. He. That's because my big brother is good. Looking from every angle. Pei Yucheng asked, you owe Lin Yan a favor. Yes. Yes. Pei Yutong answered meekly. In that case, keep them. Pei Yucheng threw his phone back at him. Pei Yutong couldn't believe his ears. His brother had sacrificed himself. So that he could repay a debt. Pei Yutong, who was overwhelmed with emotion, threw himself at his brother. Big brother. You do love me. Pei Yutong was so delighted that he didn't realize that he was completely mistaken. Pei Yutong left in high spirits afterward. Meanwhile, Pei Yucheng went back to the living room and opened the fridge to get a bottle of mineral water. Suddenly, a familiar dizziness seized him. The bottle he had just opened fell to the floor, splashing water everywhere. His consciousness seemed to get swallowed by a massive abyss, pulling him into the dark depths. Pei Yucheng clung onto his last bit of consciousness and stumbled to the couch. The moment he collapsed on it, his body fell over and he entered a coma. Chapter 59. He overestimated her IQ. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 59. He overestimated her IQ. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios at Maple River Residences. Wang Jingyang went shopping the entire day and finally came back with bulging bags. Lin Yan, the stuff you wanted is here. Come and take a look. Great. Lin Yan cast away her book and leaped to her feet. She opened the bags one by one. Wang Jingyang had gotten everything on her list. Lin Yan hugged each item and admired them as though they were her precious babies. She wondered which of these would work. Forget it, she would use everything. Lin Yan began to decorate her apartment. She hung the peach wooden sword and the divine trigram and pasted talismans all over the house. She strung all the cloves of garlic together and hung them around her neck. Wang Jingyang looked at her with a bizarre, bewildered expression. Are you acting like a priest? Lin Yan didn't reply as she passed a yellow talisman to Wang Jingyang. Pup, come over. Help me paste this on my forehead. It must be right in the middle. Put it properly. Wang Jingyang asked, are you serious? Lin Yan quipped, very serious. Hurry up. Wang Jingyang took a deep breath and walked towards her helplessly. He took the piece of coarse-looking talisman and said, I really am. Come on, come on, come on. Lin Yan closed her eyes and pointed to her head impatiently. Wang Jingyang was speechless. Other girls would close their eyes before him in hopes of getting a kiss, yet she was making him do this. Wang Jingyang looked as though he was resigned to his fate. He tore away a layer of the tape and his palm aimed right at Lin Yan's forehead. Just as Wang Jingyang's hand was about to touch Lin Yan, she raised her tiny hand and grabbed his wrist. Ah! A sharp pang of pain stabbed Wang Jingyang, making him yelp. F***ck. It's painful. Let go of me. Let go. Lin Yan, what are you doing? Lin Yan opened her eyes slowly, revealing a pair of lifeless, cold eyes. Lin Yan's eyes landed on Wang Jingyang's face and narrowed dangerously. Then, her eyes darted to Wang Jingyang's hand and the talisman he was holding. It was made of coarse yellow paper, and there was some illegible handwriting in red ink on it. Soon, Lin Yen surveyed the entire place soundlessly. Her eyes traveled to the wooden sword, the trigram and the talismans around the house. Finally, she stared at the garlic around her neck. Lin Yen's mouth curled into a tiny smile. She inhaled deeply and massaged her temples. Indeed. He had overestimated her IQ. While Pei Yucheng was conscious again, he discovered that his consciousness was beyond his control and had flitted once more to Lin Yan's body. Soon, he saw the weird objects in the apartment. Pei Yucheng chanced to guess that the lass might have treated him as something else. His feelings were indescribable. Wang Jingyang gripped his wrist and grumbled unhappily. "Oi, Lin Yan. Didn't you ask me to put the talisman on you? What's wrong with you again?" Pei Yucheng studied him for a second. "Do you have a cigarette?" Wang Jingyang, who felt that she seemed different, was stumped as he asked, "Cigarette? When did you start smoking?" Chapter 60. Being fickle-minded is a woman's privilege. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 60. Being fickle-minded is a woman's privilege. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios. Pei Yucheng didn't speak. Instead, he strolled over to the desk before sitting down on a chair. He picked up the book on acting techniques. As Wang Jingyang passed him a cigarette, he couldn't help but nag. Girls shouldn't be smoking. When he took it, Wang Jingyang unconsciously inched nearer to light up the cigarette. Wang Jingyang noticed that Lin Yan appeared to be a very experienced smoker based on the way she held the cigarette. Pei Yucheng didn't smoke. He merely held the cigarette in his hand. He seemed to be relieving his stress this way as he sat there deep in thought. Are you all right? Wang Jingyang felt that Lin Yan seemed weird and unconsciously didn't dare to talk. Was she so immersed in her role that she couldn't extricate herself? "You can leave now." "All right then. Call me if you need me." "Hold on." Wang Jingyang was about to leave and the girl's voice stopped him. She pointed at the assortment of objects hanging around the house. "Take all these away." Wang Jingyang was exasperated. "What the f***ck? Are you out of your mind? It took me such a long time to buy everything, and now you changed your mind." Pei Yucheng's eyes swept past him briefly. Being fickle-minded and stubborn is a woman's privilege. Wang Jingyang was speechless. Fine, there was nothing he could say to rebut her. After Wang Jingyang left, Pei Yucheng's eyes roved over a mirror. There was a piece of paper pasted there that had Lin Yan's handwriting on it. She had used a red pencil to write a glaring message. Pei Yucheng tore the paper away from the mirror and began to read. "I have no idea what kind of evildoer you are exactly. But if you possess me once more, you have to adhere to the rules written below. If you do not, I shall die along with you." She had drawn a chopper next to this line. First, do not go within 10 steps of Pei Nanshu. Second, do not go within 10 steps of Shenchaomu. Third, do not go within 10 steps of Wei Shufeng. Fourth, do not go within 10 steps of Tang Jiaye. Fifth, do not go within 10 steps of Han Yishuan. Last but not least, do not go within 10 steps of Pei Yucheng. Do not go within 10 steps of Pei Yucheng. Do not go within 10 steps of Pei Yucheng. Pei Yucheng was speechless. Other than the last rule, the first 5 seemed pretty good. Lin Yan's phone rang abruptly. He needed her fingerprint to unlock her screen. When Pei Yucheng picked up her phone, he accidentally unlocked the screen. Pei Yutang had sent Lin Yan several texts. There were several video clips too. He clicked on one and saw a swimming pool next to a luxurious grand mansion. The series of videos had indeed been sneakily taken by Pei Yutang earlier. "This car isn't going to kindergarten," had typed, "Sister Yen, didn't you ask for videos of my big brother to help you prepare for your role? I've already taken all these. Please check them out." Shortly, Pei Yutang sent another message. This car isn't going to kindergarten, had typed, Sister Yen, I've successfully accomplished the mission you gave me. When are we going for a spin together? Don't worry, I know a secluded racetrack. My brother wouldn't find out. Pei Yucheng was speechless. He used Lin Yan's phone to reply. Southern Spring Green Tree replied, I am Pei Yucheng. The phone fell silent for a few seconds before the horrified Pei Yutang replied. This car isn't going to kindergarten replied, Big Brother. You are with Sister Yen right now. Why would you have her phone? Where is Sister Yen? Southern Spring Green Tree replied, asleep. This car isn't going to kindergarten was shocked.